Hi, my name is Heather Feather. I am the owner of Rare Bird Medicine. Today we are talking about disappointing the self. I just watched a film that was kind of slow moving, but a stunning art piece, I feel, comes out of it. Really something quite to behold. It has several actors I really like in it, and beautiful shots of Norway. But The Sunlit Night had this certain moment in it where I was like, oh, that feeling I have chewed on before. And it is an unpleasant one where one feels self-recrimination or disappointment with the self or judgment with the self. Yeah, where we have an expectation in one direction sometimes, but something else transpires and unfolds, and it changes the pathway we're walking down. And then we lose the opportunity that was on the initial pathway because of the new development in the life. So this has happened to me before, many moons ago. Definitely not something that would happen to me at this age, but many moons ago, I was dating somebody, and we were new to each other, and we had the opportunity to be together, and we were, but I was just having fun, and I was up too late, and I missed a job interview the next day. This new development in my life garnered so much of my attention that it removed my attention from other priorities. And so the next day I felt such judgment, such frustration with myself for not keeping my initial commitment, which is a pretty strong demand I make of myself. Like, you must be your word, you must be your word. You have to be in integrity. And it's because integrity was a really big word in the house that I grew up in. It was often said. And that's lovely, and it's a beautiful thing. And sometimes we can develop and begin to own and possess some pressure that isn't really needed on the self. So I can think of several circumstances in which one would become disappointed with the self, like the example I gave. This can happen sometimes in a more microcosmic or minute way, in the sense that you can be having a conversation with your friends and you're talking about something, but your mind took the topic in kind of a different direction and you kind of heard a different scenario, and then you go to share with the group and what you say is off topic, and the whole group is quick to let you know, like, no, dude, we're talking about this, and then you just feel some type of foolishness, or like, oh, okay, some kind of need to judge yourself for your creative mind's ability to look at conversations from different angles or in ways that weren't present. I'm trying to kind of stew on what is the function of this disappointment with the self? What is the function of, because some of the ways it can show up, it just seems like such a ridiculous reason to be disappointed with your wonderful beingness, that the vessel you get to live in and then you get to walk around in. There's so many ways that can show up. Like, let's say you get involved with someone that's a little bit more standoffish, and you're more like, hey, and you feel self-recrimination and self-judgment for your sexuality because theirs is more muted than the freedom of expression in your own sexuality. So then you feel self-recrimination around that judgment, the right to pick the self apart and be like, oh, if I, rein it in, tap on the brakes, why am I so aggressive? And it's like, well, maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe it's okay to be overtly sexual. Maybe it's okay to be more aggressive. Maybe it's okay to change the topic. Maybe it's not that big of a deal to get it wrong or to miss the interview, or maybe that wasn't the job for you anyhow. So I'm just kind of stewing on this concept of how much of our lives do we spend just thinking like, oh, why did I say that? Oh, I embarrassed myself. It's kind of that feeling that I'm thinking about where we wanted something else for ourselves than what we delivered. And this shows up often in social scenarios and in social situations where so many two-leggeds can feel embarrassed. The simple act of tripping can do this. So many two-leggeds will trip, myself included, and be like, freaking sidewalk. You quickly look for anything but the self to blame. And why is that? Because there's such harsh judgment around the concept called tripping, or not being able to walk in the correct manner that walking should occur in. And why is that such a terrible thing? What's so awful about tripping? You know what I mean? Or not? Why is that? And the reason why, the more I look at this and the more I ruminate on this topic, really fundamentally the reason why is because we fear other people's judgments of us. And in a way, I think sometimes we kind of preemptively start to judge ourselves. We're like, they're not gonna get that, and they're gonna judge me, and they're gonna think this and it's like, hey, if somebody's judging you, they're being really small-minded, A. B, you're so much more than whatever small opinion they've decided to hold of you. So if they take one thing, and they take this one thing and they judge you, like you tripped, or you said something silly, or you were too overtly sexual, or whatever it is, that they're like judging your entire character by a single incident, in my opinion, the breakdown is not on your end. Because when do we allow humans to be human? Can we all get a little permission to be human? Can we have a little permission to learn, or to trip, or to falter, or to grow, or to have a growth edge? Are we supposed to just walk in constant, habitual, perfect modeling of conversation and way of being and how we step out in the world and how we walk around in the world? Like, what room do I allow? What room can you allow for yourself to make a mistake, to get it wrong, to be a disappointment? Are you allowed to learn? Are you bad if you didn't get it right? Does it make you a jerk? What a terrible jerk. You don't know where you go, where you're going when you walk. You trip. Ugh, what a dork. It's like, if someone's going to hold such an ugly way of speaking, or ugly way of thinking, or ugly way of holding you, if they're not going to take the time to allow you to be human, to have compassion, that not every moment of life is going to be, woo, wasn't that just the bee's knees, and how not every moment of life is going to be just the coup de grace of what you sought to express. And if someone is going to judge you in that moment, when you weren't flawless in your movement, or flawless in your expression, or properly socially contained, I don't really see the issue being with you. Seems to me the issue is with them, and the issue is with their judgment and their inability to allow for variety to show up in front of them. Anytime we're in a space of judgment, we're in a space of separation, we're in a space of wall building, we're in a space of being, sometimes holding the self superior, being righteous to, which gives us, oh, I don't trip, you tripped, what a dork, or whatever it is, or, oh, I keep my sexuality in a box, how dare you let it out of the box, like, ugh. It's like, well, okay, keep yours in a box if that's comfortable for you. I don't need to judge that either, but don't ask me to like collapse myself because it's cuter to your social idea of how I should engage with you, So I don't know. I just feel after watching this and just kind of like there was a certain moment in the film where she had disappointed herself, one of the actors in the film, and I thought, God, I know that feeling, and it has such a bitter taste, doesn't it? Doesn't it have such a bitter taste when we feel disappointed with ourselves? Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? Are we not allowed to get it wrong? Wrong? What does that even mean? Don't you still grow and learn? Like, guess I should pay attention to where I'm walking. I guess I should have inner authority about my expression. I guess I should not really worry about that person over there judging me and being really small-minded about who I am. I'm so much more than whatever tiny idea it is that clearly caused them to respond to me with judgment. Like, there's this component of others judging us that can cause us to stop ourselves before we begin. So many people right now aren't expressing, they're not sharing their voices, they're concerned about putting this comment or that comment on their Facebook, on their Instagram, because what if, well, I don't know if all my friends will agree with it or if everyone will get it. Well, what role does freedom of expression play in your life? And I mean real freedom of expression. The right to be not cute all the time, the right to seem ugly or to be not in with the cool kids. like, what's not cool? Judgment. You know what's not cool? Judgment. Again, you know what's not cool? Judgment. Not cool. It's very separatist, it's very divisive, it's very small-minded, it's very holding others small, it's very putting others in a box, it's very walking in a space of non-compassion, non-awareness, non-openness, non-receptivity. It's an aggressive act. So what I'm really asking myself and I'm asking you is how much of the life you live do you want that topic called the life you live to revolve around how others perceive you? Because usually it is that concept of feeling, I feel disappointed in me. I feel like I've disappointed myself. I feel like I've disappointed them. I feel like I could have done better. I knew better. I should have. My mom used to always say, don't shit on yourself. And she didn't like, and she didn't like the word but. She didn't want any cuss words. She could be kind of like, she was raised by a Southern woman. So she didn't like that type of talk, but she was a funny woman, and she would just say, don't should on yourself. There's nothing you should do. You are doing and being who you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to do. That is what's happening. You're getting it right. You're knocking it out of the park. And that includes your moments of learning your growth edge, that which can seem like an embarrassment or a disappointment to the self. So really, I think it's valuable to kind of ruminate on how much we're going to beat ourselves up at the thought of others beating us up and judging us. If somebody wants to be small-minded about who I am, I don't want to spend 1 second of my time feeling concern over their decision to hold me in a small way. Like, bless you, wish you well, but I don't want to use the smallest version of your sight as a means for me to fear expressing or pick on myself or beat myself up or attack myself because I didn't meet your standard of excellence and perfection, which is unrealistic. There's no two-legged that comes into this realm that gets it right all the time. None. So, something to ponder today. How much can you remove disappointment with yourself from the things you choose to stew in? Like, how much can you remove the time you spend in that disappointment place and instead allow yourself the grace of being allowed to learn and to grow and to not worry about what others think they know about who you are? Blessed be.